You would not know looking at her that she was one of these all-star athletes that she is.
I don't think I've ever seen another runner train as hard as Maggie does. She has better mileage than a handful of guys on the men's team.
It's amazing watching her run because she's she's such a smart racer.
She's got a very kind heart and she's a really hard worker. So all those things, you know, regardless of her running ability, you know, make her a pretty special person.
Maggie, I love Maggie because she's probably the most dedicated, loving, and funny and faithful person I've ever met.
Maggie Saenz's successful career as a college athlete came after years of training, dedication, and a few bumps in the road. This is her story.
I was born in a big city called Bogotá, Colombia, in a Catholic family with a really united couple. I was always really physically active with them, especially with my dad. I played soccer a lot, and I entered into a really wonderful school called Santa Francisca Romana, where I also learned how to play many kind of sports.
Maggie continued to develop her athletic skills while growing up. Yet knowing that it'd be too difficult to juggle both academics and sports, Maggie and her family chose to focus on her schooling rather than pursuing a spot on the Colombian national soccer team.
I was called once to the Colombian team of soccer, under 17, but due to circumstances in my family and academic situations, I was not able to train with the Colombian team of soccer, and therefore I am here at Loras and I'm doing track.
After completing high school, Maggie Saenz was recruited to play women's soccer at Loras College in Dubuque, Iowa.
I have a really unique way of playing soccer, so everyone was amazed with that way of playing soccer because I was new, I was from Colombia, and they had never played with a Colombian. It was a unique experience where I learned a lot, but where there was a kind of conflict between my way of playing and the way they play here. So after a while in the soccer team, I feel that I was not becoming a real member of the team. So I talked with my coaches and I decided to start a new type of activity.
When I first met Maggie, it was last year in the fall. She had just finished soccer season, came to my office and expressed an interest in doing track. And I thought she was pretty tiny for a soccer player, but I had heard great things from the soccer coach about her.
After her discussion with Coach Bob Schultz, Maggie decided that her talent would be best utilized in long-distance running. By joining Loras' track and cross-country teams, Maggie finally found her home.
Maggie's morning starts way before most people's mornings start.
I would go out for a morning run at like 6 a.m. and she'd just be getting back from an hour-long run then.
I always wake up at 5:30 a.m. or 5 a.m. It is just like my biological clock. So after I wake up, I go to the gym at 6 a.m. and I do some stretching exercises, some abs and some strength type activities. After that, well, I have my classes and usually we have practice until 6. And after this, we go to the cafe to eat dinner, and I start studying and doing my homework, and then I go to bed at about 8:30 to 10 p.m., depending on the amount of work that I have.
Maggie's hard work has not gone unnoticed.
Running isn't just, you know, a nice way to stay active, it's what she lives for.
Some things that really separate Maggie from other runners are her drive to be the best that she can be, and quite honestly, she's got a lot of natural talent as well.
She leads through example mostly, and I think that's very admirable and respectable.
We saw her cross the line, she doubled over, just kind of caught her breath, stood back up, and she had the biggest smile on her face in the world. I was shocked, and I don't think I could ever do anything similar to that.
Despite all of her athletic success, Maggie's torn between her life at Loras and the life she left behind.
When I first came here, my first 2 months were, I will say, an existential crisis. I cried every day because I was in a totally new world, a new culture. And my family was completely united. And now that we were not together, I felt that our hearts were completely apart. I talked to my family every day. If I didn't have Skype, I don't know what I would do. I would be completely lost. My mom always prays while I am racing, and I feel that prayer when I'm racing. So I believe that that gives me a lot of strength while I run and while I am in moments of pain.
Her story does not end here. Maggie sets her goals high for her remaining years at Loras and for her future life endeavors.
For next year, I want to be again all-conference in cross-country, all-region in cross-country, and qualifier of nationals in cross-country. In track, I also want to be all-conference, and I want to try to qualify again to nationals, if God wants me to.
All that is going to contribute to, who knows, potentially, a national championship in the future.
I just can't wait to see how much better she gets.
I think Maggie will go to the stars. I don't know if I could necessarily say exactly what that entails, but I know that there are big things in store for her.
I want to coach children in need who actually are needing some resources, but who enjoy playing soccer. So I want to provide them with my service, my heart, and with my vocation.